Peace, brothers and sisters. This is Dr. Siddiqui Chebaye, and I'd like to speak to you today in reference to balance. And balance is an evenly distributed weight with something or someone. Now, when you look at our condition today, we've been had for like 400 or 500 years. And when you look at our condition, you don't have to wonder why we don't have our balance. Even though some of us are about healing, most are not about healing because we don't understand what healing is all about. So what we do is we base everything on emotions or how we feel. But we have to feel less and do more. Now, when they beat the Kunta Kinte out of us, we don't have to wonder why we became something else. You know, they gave us another kind of energy there that psyched us and hypnotized us into something that we even hate ourselves. And as a result of me hating me, I hate anybody who look like me. So we have to be careful with all that, brothers and sisters, of what happened to us. We have to do all we can to be evenly distributed. We have to have our balance. We have to have our spiritual, our mental and physical balance in order. We have to really be intentional about that. Now, when you go to these institutions, they don't teach us about balancing us. They teach us about balancing them. And guess what? They're supposed to do that. Shame on us for not having our own. How long can you point the finger? You can't point the finger but for so long. But we have to get up and do what we need to do. We need to stand up, stop falling. Remember what we used to say? Let me say this to you. When you meet the average person, we used to say, hey, how's it going? What's going on? Oh, I'm just hanging in there. Well, we must analyze that. What do you mean hanging in there? Hanging means that you don't have your feet on the ground. That means that you're at the mercy of something or someone else. Also, hanging represents lynching. So we have to be careful about using those terms, hanging in there. We got to put both feet on the ground and go ahead and do what we need to do. We got to stop hanging. We got to stop falling in love. We got to start standing in love. 80% of all relationships or marriage relationships end up in divorce. Why? Because our foundation, we started off falling all over the place. No one was clear about our mission or what we need to do as a people. There is a process for us to go by in order to know specifically what we need to be doing. So that means we have to study. Study to show yourself approval. A lot of people say, you know, it says in the scripture, study to show yourself approval, lean not to your own understanding. But I would say, study to show yourself approval and lean not to your own misunderstanding. We are definitely misinformed about life, about us, and even the enemy. We love the enemy too much, and we need to take that energy and start loving one another. We have to honor the ones before us, including the elders, the ones who are still here. We have to be intentional about our purpose as far as putting a smile on their face while they're still here. Don't let them pass on out of loneliness and a broken heart. We need to stop that. Too many of our elders are passing on out of loneliness and a broken heart. And we have to be intentional to the point where we make sure that they feel special because they contributed to us being here, giving us an opportunity to do better. So we have to honor them. We have to really be intentional about everything that we do since Kunta Kinte was beat out of us. And Kunta Kinte represents our nature, who we really are. It's energy. And you can't fool energy. So we have to get our energy back, brothers and sisters. We got to do all we can to be well-rounded. We got to be 360. 360. Come out of the box. Because everywhere you go in the box, there's a dead end. And we got to come out of that box and get on the 360 and keep it moving. We can do it. We can do it. And I'm just giving you certain things to go on so that food for thought, really. The food that you can take and go ahead on and use it yourself and digest it and be a better person. This is Dr. Siddiqui Chebaye. I love you, I bless you, and I want you to prosper. But always remember, balance is the key to life. And you can't fool life, you can't fool energy. We are energy. We are the original energy. So with that in mind, brothers and sisters, have a blessed life. And make sure that you're true to yourself, make it real, and keep it real. Love and respect. Peace.